Good morning, everybody, and welcome to episode 96 of the Ask the Coach show, where PingSkills answers your table tennis questions. Today, we discuss replacing your rubber, playing against pimple-only players, and how to open up the game when you're losing the short game. Plus, Brock also gives us an update on his progress against the tall guy. As always, Super Coach Alois Rosario is here with me to answer your questions. Welcome, Alois.
Morning, Jeff. How are you this morning?
Yes, I'm very good, thank you. Easy for me, but my wife did a 50k walk yesterday, so I think she's going to be quite tired.
50 Ks? That's way too far.
Way too far, but that's just a practice walk for the 100k walk she's doing. It's an Oxfam 100k walk, so yeah, we'll see how she pulls up after a good sleep from that long walk.
Good. Good luck for today.
Indeed, yes. So, Alois, we want to talk a bit more about suggestions for a competition for our 100th show.
Yeah, it'd be really good to get some more suggestions. So we've had a couple of ideas, about maybe organising a quiz online, or a quiz where we do some serves and you've got to guess what type of spins on it. But yeah, just if you have a bit more of a think, and maybe tomorrow we will organise or launch the quiz or launch the idea and tell you what we're going to do on the 100th show. Yeah, it doesn't have to be too fancy, but just something interesting. So
yeah, simple is often good. So let us know your thoughts. If you've got an idea for a nice simple competition that people could enter, that's easy to run and easy to look after. All right, let us know. Leave a comment on the show. All right, Alois. Friday's PingSkills question of the day was, who is the best female player at the moment, and who is favourite for the World Championships?
Oh, yeah. So I reckon at the moment Ding Ning is the best player, but I think Li Jiajia. She won at the Olympics and in a big match. Maybe is she a better big match performer? Don't know. Ding Ning did beat her recently at a Pro Tour event, so I really think Ding Ning is the better player, but I think that Li Jiajia is the favourite for the Worlds. What about you, Jim?
Oh, there you go. I'm going to stick with Ding Ning. I think, after not winning the Olympics, I think she's keen to make amends and win some big tournaments. So I'm going to go with Ding Ning, and I think she's favourite.
Yeah, I do like Ding Ning, and the reason I like Ding Ning is because I've also seen a little bit of her background in on the ITTF site where they're doing some off the table interviews with the players, and yeah, so I've got to know a little bit about Ding Ning. I would like to see her win the Worlds just because of that.
So there you go. And if you haven't seen it, I'll add another little link to that in the show notes. It's definitely worth watching. All right. Okay, that brings us on to the PingSkills question of the day, which is, what suggestions do you have to make the Ask the Coach show even better? So get onto our website, pingskills.com, click on Table Tennis blog link, and then leave your comments. Let us know, how can we make the show better? We'd love to hear your thoughts. So get involved and let us know. All right, Alois. Yeah, we've got an update from Brock, or also known as Victor, who says, what's up, PingSkills? I played with a tall guy yesterday, but I lost again. But it was really close. He goes, the match was 21-19, and in the second set it was 32-30. So I'll keep practicing so I can beat him. All right, keep it up, Brock. And thanks for your encouragement. He also says only 4 more shows till you reach 100. That's impressive, so thank you.
Yeah, come on, Brock. We're on your side.
We are indeed. All right. Now a question from Romeo Alois. He said, I removed my rubber as demonstrated on your video, but while I was removing the rubber, I remembered I did not have the glue with me. So I removed it entirely and I placed it on again, and to my surprise, it didn't come off. Is it alright for me to play with it like that?
Not really. So you'll find that it might just stick on there. So what he's done is he's taken the rubber off completely, and then he hasn't used any glue, and Romeo's just placed the rubber back on the bat like that. You'll find it'll stick for a while, but it won't have a really good contact, and it'll probably just come off again. So see if you can get yourself some glue and put it on properly. It's the way to go.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Put it back on properly, and it'll be much better, Romeo. All right. On another equipment-related question, Alois, Baswa has asked us, how do you increase the longevity of the rubber?
Yeah, the main thing is just to keep it clean. So make sure that after you play, just wipe it down just with some water. You don't need anything fancy. Just wipe it down with a damp sponge and keep it clean. And then the other really important thing is to keep it away from heat. So often people leave their bats in the car or something like that. The bat gets really hot and the rubber just disintegrates, so it becomes slippery. Just with one, if you leave it in the car once when it's really hot, you'll find that the rubber will just disintegrate, and you'll have real problems with it. So keep it away from any direct heat if you possibly can, and keep it clean.
All right, good tips, Alois. All right, now Dieter has said, I was practicing the footwork of the butterfly drill today. When you were the one doing the down-the-line footwork is more comprehensive. Oh, the footwork is more comprehensive. Should I try switching with just one step or by doing two steps? Cross-court I can manage with one step.
Yeah. Try and do it with one big step. So what he's talking about is we call it X's and H's. So one person's playing cross court and the other person's playing down the line. So when you're playing down the line and your opponent's playing cross, you've got a bigger area to cover. So with that, it's important just to really try and make a bigger step so you can get right across there to cover both shots. When you're playing cross court and they're playing down the line, you don't have as far to go, and then it's sort of easy to just use one step over. But in general, try to use one big jump to get into position whenever you can.
Okay, all right, give it a go, Dieter, and yeah, it's certainly much harder, yeah, when you've got to play those wider balls. But yeah, try out Alois's advice and let us know how it goes. All right, next question is from Rob Alois, who says, I love playing a fairly open attacking game, but when my opponent slows me down by doing short, double bounce type chops or pushes, I sometimes get sucked into a pushing game and find it hard to break out of that game to play the game I want. Do you have any tips for Rob, Alois?
Yeah, so have a think about it, Rob. So if you're playing short, so if you're serving short or returning short, then they can tie the game up and keep the ball short to you. But if you push the ball effectively and long or flick, then they can't play the ball back short to you. So that area of the game that they're beating you at, okay, is eliminated. So that's what you're trying to do, eliminate playing short, because if you're finding that they're better than you at that part of your game. So you can serve long, but I mean, it needs to be long and effective. It needs to be long, fast, low, to different positions, and sometimes mix it up with some short serves as well. And the same with your returning. Sometimes short, but you might want to play a lot more long pushing effectively into their weaker side, so that then they're almost forced to open up or push it back long to you, and then you're avoiding that short pushing game that they're beating you at. So that's the tactic. Try to eliminate the stroke that they're beating you at.
Yeah, so I guess it can be dangerous, like playing longer, but if you're losing the short game, then it's worth trying that, and maybe you're stronger at playing that long game. And as you said, I guess with those short serves, even sometimes if you serve a short top spin serve, that kind of eliminates the pushing because it's harder to push that type of serve.
Yes, that's right, exactly. So yeah, mixing it up and yeah, just being a little bit more effective in what you're doing.
Great, excellent. All right, we'll try those tactics out, Rob, and let us know if they help you out. All right, now Sasha had a question, Alois, and said, last night I was playing against a player with two types of pimples. He had short pimples on the forehand and long pimples on the backhand. What are the strategies I should use since there are two different rubbers?
Yeah, so it's like you're playing anyone with two different rubbers. So someone might have an inverted rubber on the forehand and short pimples on the backhand, or long pimples on the backhand. It's thinking about what's happening when you're playing to that side or that rubber. So against a short pimple play, we know that if you play with more topspin or more backspin, it makes it harder for the short pimple rubber. Against the long pimple rubber, or when you're playing to the long pimple side, you can think about pushing with backspin so it comes back to you with topspin and you can attack, or serving long backspin into the long pimples. Yeah, so think about which side you're playing to and the effective stroke that you can make to get a ball back that you like or that's more difficult for them. So yeah, just break it down into the two sides: short pimple side, long pimple side.
Yeah, good advice. And I guess initially that can be difficult if you've never played an opponent with that rubber at first. But once you break it down like that, I guess the tactics become pretty simple and you know what you should be doing.
Yes, that's right.
All right,
Absolutely.
excellent, Sasha. All right, now last question, Alice, because I think you've got to rush off and do some coaching. But Lucas has asked, could you explain how the rankings work? For example, the ITTF World Rankings. Is ranking different from each other in different countries, or is it the same all the way?
Yeah, no, it certainly isn't the same all the way, and there are a whole lot of different systems out there. I don't even know all of the systems, but it's always contentious, and that's why it's important that you don't put too much importance on your ranking. Think much more about your level, your ability, your skill level. So rankings, yeah, some rankings work where you accumulate points for each win that you get. You get points. Some rankings add in negative points, as in, so if you lose to someone who's weaker than you, then you lose points. So you might get 10 points if you beat someone, and you might lose 5 points if you lose to someone that's below you, or something like that. Some rankings work on you get more points if you beat higher ranked players, and less points if you beat players that are the same as you or weaker than you. So if I beat Jeff, who's a lot weaker than me, so I only get 1 point. But if Jeff beats me and I'm heaps better than him, he might earn himself 10 points. So yeah, different ranking systems, and each one has their own little ideas about what's fair. Jeff, your thoughts?
Yeah, interesting analysis there, Alice, of the points and stuff. Yep, and yeah, it is. Yeah, all the countries seem to have different systems, and the ITTF has their own system. So yeah, I think, like you said, don't worry too much about your rankings. Just concentrate on improving your skill level. That's the most important thing. Indeed. Well, that wraps up episode 96. Thanks everybody for watching, and thank you, Alois, for jumping on, and good luck with some coaching today.
Thanks, Jeff, and yeah, have a great day, PingSkillers, and try to learn as much as you can about the game. See you tomorrow morning.
See you, everybody. Bye.